It's yes, Papa K. No? You don't agree? Stop, dude. Stop.
Stop what? What are you talking about? Are you done with GTP?
Oh, dude, I've been done with GTP.
Then
Done
you know
with
me.
them?
Done with them.
Oh, man, you're crazy.
I don't F that S anymore.
What?
You hear me?
Who says that?
Well, I have to censor myself for your kitty ears.
Oh, hey.
Kitty cat ears.
You let me down, Fredo.
Open a sidebar, yeah?
What sidebar?
For comments.
Okay. I'm going to close iTunes out, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think your waters are muddy enough, bro.
Don't talk about muddy waters like that. He's a musical genius.
He's a musical genius, man. Chuck Berry wishes he was Muddy Waters.
Okay. They're both dead as fuck.
They both dead as fuck.
You.
Both dead as fuck.
You're dead as fuck.
You dead as fuck.
Both fucking legends, but you both dead as fuck. Okay.
Dead as fuck. Dead as fuck.
Is this showing up as a smart and a mark on your end?
No.
Yeah, that's what it's showing, dude. Smart.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta switch that.
Dude, I changed it all.
Just you didn't save it.
I saved it, dude.
It's alright. It could get switched.
Interesting.
Chill.
God damn it.
You gotta save, bro.
I did, dude. Okay, hold
Change
on.
the name first.
The Mark and Andre show will be live shortly after these short messages. This is a great reminder to pour yourself a nice bowl of Tullios to get your Figure 4 essential vitamins and minerals. Vitamin W, Vitamin H, Vitamin O, and Vitamin O. Woo! Tullios.
Chuck Berry, Muddy Waters.
Who's hotter, Chuck Berry or Halle Berry?
Now or back then? Or at their prime?
Their prime.
Halle Berry now or?
Have you heard that? No, real shit. Have you heard that song, Halle Berry? Halle Berry, Halle Berry.
No.
Halle Berry. That's real. That's fucking real as fuck.
Interesting.
Halle Berry, Halle Berry.
This is a podcast you can't refuse, Fredo. Oh, man. Yeah, I saw that. What do you think contributes to your short-term memory loss, Adrian?
I don't know, dude. I've been huh?
Sounds about right.
How do you say that? Is it? Did it fix? Did it fix, dude?
I hope so.
Check that description. See if it's right.
That description looks mad kosher B.
It doesn't. It looks so stupid.
Description stupid?
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, Slicksferatu.
Slicksferatu. I was trying to. You were moving around.
Oh, you look like him.
I do, huh?
Yeah.
I do look like somebody that doesn't exist, huh?
Hey, man.
Nosferatu's a real thing.
Oh, but Slicksferatu?
The combination, you're Nosferatu with the beard.
Slicksferatu.
Have you heard of a dude named Tooth?
What do you say, Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. That's fake. Let's be real.
What was that?
Are we ready?
I'm ready like Freddy.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready for?
Get ready this summer. The Mark and Andre show like you've never seen it before in 4D in 3, 2, 1.
What?
This isn't 4D at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in to another great episode of the Mark and Andre podcast show, the only film, entertainment, conspiracy theory podcast on Spreaker.com and streaming live exclusively on the Mr.StreamThing YouTube channel.
What?
Alongside me are my substitute co-hosts. Andre's not here; he's on his second leave of absence, ill. So it takes two people to replace him. With us is
he has. That's his last sick day, so crack all your jokes. But then what are you gonna do when you know?
oh, when push comes to shove.
Yeah.
With me is not Nosferatu, rather it is just Slicksferatu. Slick from the GT Podcast, aka known as Soundland Number 1.
Holla.
And on the other side of this, on the other side of the globe, via satellite, coming in from Antarctica Research Center, we have Kraze for Days.
What's going on, ladies
Can
and
you
gentlemen?
hear us, Kraze? There's a slight delay, I
It
know.
looks like
but
it's snowing.
Huh?
Yeah, he has
Hold
a
on.
T-shirt via satellite.
A T-shirt via satellite. Well,
T-shirt via satellite.
we've gotten off to a stellar beginning to this episode of the Mark and Andre Show. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you stopping by.
Today's a very exciting episode of the Mark and Andre Podcast Show. I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest cinematic feats in the recent half century.
It's pronounced foot.
What?
Cinematic foot.
Feet.
Feats isn't
Feet.
really a word.
F-E-A-T.
Whatever it is, you take it easy on that.
Yeah.
On that description.
Yeah, because
one of
feats
the
isn't a thing.
one of the best though.
Feet.
Come on.
The Godfather?
Yeah.
1 and 2?
Have you seen Girl Interrupted?
Have you seen Cool Runnings?
Have you seen Joanna Man?
Yes, I have.
All right, I'm tuning out via satellite, you guys. I'll see
Tuning
you later.
out via
Tune into the
satellite.
840 this Sunday after WrestleMania.
You can take a nap. Taking a nap via satellite. There's tons of cinema top 10s that have The Godfather as their number 1 movie. With reason being
Oh, there's random YouTubers that have that as their top one.
that The Godfather 1 and 2 are film classics. And yes, yeah, you know, if
But
you,
like YouTubers with no
well, if you
real
have,
credibility.
remember, if
those
you
guys?
have a YouTube account with over 100 subscribers, you're real deal Holyfield.
What about? Hey,
got
we
200.
have
We have
250.
250.
255.
I don't want to brag. You know, I'm
255.
rounding down for, but
You're welcome, by the way, Mark.
Oh no, I definitely
hop into
appreciate
this
you guys.
this great extravaganza of a situation we got going here. It's
Thank you for jumping on this money train with us.
I appreciate it, man. I'm riding.
I like to call it the hoe train.
I'm riding that.
Come on,
Let the man talk. Let the man talk.
I'm
What about
riding
the-
this.
what
I'm
about the
riding
third-
this gravy train all the way to Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wait, what's with the Godfather 3 that you don't like?
what happened? What movie?
Wasn't there a Godfather 3?
We don't talk about that in here.
Why? All right, we got to address that first of all. Why don't you?
What movie?
Oh my God! See,
No, you mean Oh My Godfather?
Oh my Godfather.
It's either 1 and 2. You have to like Oh My Godfather 1. Like if in these two movies, The Godfather 1 and 2. The Godfather 2 is arguably one of the best sequels. It goes up there with Empire Strikes Back.
shit.
It goes
Home
up there.
Alone.
Hey,
Home Alone 2.
you said sequels. You didn't say fucking 5 Coles, right? What is it?
What did I
5?
say? 5 coals?
Yeah,
What is it?
I don't know.
What's the second one? Isn't that technically the 5th movie?
What is
Star Wars?
It would be the
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
It'd be like the
no,
fourth
no, no.
See, now you look at me like I'm a fucking.
It was-
No,
Fifth
no,
one, yeah.
no. Empire Strikes Back is the second movie in the Star Wars.
the original trilogy.
Whatever, fuckhead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just, my
You guys are talking about all these great.
I just have a
sequels.
bigger lightsaber than you, bro.
No, honestly, dude.
Yeah.
Godfather 3, does that exist? Is that a movie?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But we don't acknowledge it.
Why
yet.
don't you acknowledge it? Because to
Because
my knowledge, when people make top 10 trilogies, Godfather is always in the top 10 trilogies ever made. Has
It just made it on there just because it's
of the
not,
weight of
So
the first two?
Godfather 1 and 2 has parlayed the third into making it one of the
Well,
best trilogies?
See, that's the thing. Godfather 1 and 2 piggyback number 3 into the trilogy. Into the trilogy.
Without
top.
without the third one, it wouldn't be a trilogy. Right? So
Exactly.
It can't be the greatest trilogy if there's no third part to it.
Well, it's not going to be the greatest trilogy because the third one carries it down so much. that
What's wrong with the third one?
It's 20 plus years after the second one.
Oh, shit.
And so you have Pacino aged 20 plus years as Michael Corleone. And the plot that they have in the third one, so instead of him being involved still with organized crime, he then tries to arrange a deal with the Vatican in the third one.
Uh-huh.
And when he does that, it's just
dog shit.
exactly the type of the synopsis itself. If you read the synopsis alone on the Godfather 3, it just doesn't.
Is that universally recognized as a piece of shit?
A lot of people don't. Yeah, a lot of Italians don't talk about their third Godfather.
A lot of Italians don't talk about anything other than pasta and pizza.
It's true.
Exactly. Ziti and Godfather and chill. That's what they talk about instead of Netflix and chill in Italy. So I wanted to get some stuff off the ground before we even talk about the movie itself. And before the movie was made, Paramount, the studio that produced Godfather 1 and 2, this is but for one, the first one and most importantly, had many obstacles to deal with. Surprisingly, the film wasn't close to being made at all.
Shit.
The Godfather, Francis Ford Coppola wanted to film.
Nicolas Cage's?
Yes, Nicolas Cage's dad or something. I don't know, cousin, uncle, something like that. Coppola. And
Fact.
Mafia, the people within organized crime actually threatened Paramount Studios to not make this film because they thought it was an insult to Italian Americans.
Fucking marks.
Exactly. So Paramount had no faith in the movie at all because they already had to deal with people involved in unions, film unions. Because if you don't get a film union to back you making a movie, you don't get their work.
More like scare them out. You know what I'm saying?
Scare them out.
So, on top of the fact that Paramount didn't want to have anything to do with making this movie any further, after some of the producers were actually being followed home, one producer actually switched cars with an assistant of his, and she actually took her car home. And when she woke up the next morning, she found that same car all shot up. So there's tons of threats.
Wait, she slept through the car being shot up?
No. She slept in her home, but in the driveway, the car was there still.
She slept through them shooting
I don't know
up
if she
her car.
heard it or not, but from
Well,
what the
obviously she
story is-
didn't.
Yeah, but anyway,
would've
nonetheless,
woke up, right?
Heavy
nonetheless,
sleeper.
someone's car was shot up and threatening to the.
Hey, show
Godfather.
the picture of the Godfather.
And
Okay, we have that.
so the movie starts off surprisingly, only starts off with a $6 million budget.
Sure.
Paramount had the rights to Mario Puzo's novel, The Godfather. And they were like, well, we're going to have to capitalize on this because this is a New York Times bestseller.
You're just gonna cut yourself out. You're not gonna be in the podcast.
No, I
anymore?
am the Godfather,
Well,
dude.
if you want the official
You are the
Marlon
Godfather?
Brando account. Oh, there it is. Oh, the other one. Have that. Yeah, no, a little more.
Get
There we
closer.
go.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Thank you, Godfather.
What'd you say?
Thank you, Godfather.
Anyways, continue. Sorry. Dude.
So, Italian American, so along with being threatened, Italian American civil rights groups were upset that the film was going to be, they were making a movie based on organized crime, and it was going to be shot in New York. So this guy, Joe Colombo, the head of the Italian American Union, basically think of it as the Italian American version of Black Lives Matter, but for protesting stereotypes and stuff like that. So Joe Colombo, the civil rights leader, essentially claimed that there was no such thing as organized crime. Yet the ironic thing is that Paramount was getting the squeeze put on by this organization. And at the end of the day, they ended up finding out that Joe Colombo, the guy who actually started the Italian American Civil Rights Union, was actually involved in organized crime. Ironically, in the whole Godfather, the first Godfather movie, the word mafia is only used once in the movie, and that's because of special requests done by Joe Colombo.
But what about the word mafioso? That's more like a Spanish thing, but it's still
No,
still stands.
That's Spanish, not Italian.
Okay. Same.
Oh yeah, bibbidi bobbidi and hoobity boobity.
I mean,
Spanish, Italian.
Burritos, pasta. It's the same shit.
Well, you could wrap a burrito in anything. That's what
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly.
Same shit, different gabagool.
So producers were being threatened. One thing to take away from all this, despite all the threats, despite all the backlash, all the negative publicity done by the media, Paramount Pictures and Francis Ford Coppola still went on with this movie, with the first one. And that is a lesson to be learned, to where if you feel like something you want to pursue is worth doing, you'll go through with all the obstacles, jump through all the hoops to actually do it. And
These are some gnarly hoops, though. This is possible death. Like
exactly.
that's the gnarliest hoop of them all.
And it's funny because in one of the scenes in The Godfather, when Michael initiates the hit to all the other five families, the guy Joe Colombo was actually shot outside of really close to where the scene was at.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, so that guy Joe Colombo ended up dying before this movie was even made. So the same guy that was behind being anti-Godfather, let's not make this, let's not go through with it, he ended up dying before the film even
That's
made.
crazy.
That sucks.
Oh, go ahead.
No, because when he's dying, he's like, "Oh, it's never gonna be made."
Let me know if it's good or not for the grave.
This is it. The movie's done.
To me, you saying that kind of, all right, like when they did the Exorcist and they were saying like, oh, there was all this paranormal stuff, and this is like that.
Did you say the
kind of
Etch-a-Sketch?
The Exorcist, you know, they say that there was all this paranormal stuff happening, and this is like that version. It's like, all right, we're filming a fucking mobster movie, and then there's like mobster stuff going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? It's like,
and that's the interesting thing to look about when you look at this movie, where a movie studio company was getting squeezed on by mafia dons.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guy Joe Colombo, the guy who's running the Italian American Civil Rights group, actually was killed by someone higher up in the organized crime ladder, because he was so outgoing during this time that he was basically putting too much attention towards organized crime within New York.
it's like, hey,
Tone it down a little bit. Hey, Tony, tone it down.
Tone it down. That's his name.
That's his Tony,
That's a good
tone
name.
it down. Tony, tone it down.
Tone it down.
Yeah, the R&B group.
Yeah, Tony.
I like that, dude.
So the film was in a different spot. So there was a lot of trouble going on even before a single scene was being shot.
Yeah.
And now there's even more issues beyond that. Paramount was really adamant about not having Marlon Brando as Vito Corleone.
Oh shit.
They literally looked at Marlon Brando, who his last standout movie was A Streetcar Named Desire, made in the 1950s. So this is about 25 years apart from that. A lot older, different Brando. Paramount basically said, look, if you're making this movie, Marlon Brando's not in it, or else we're not making it. Coppola was like,
And Paramount said this?
Mm-hmm. Paramount was like really adamant not to do this.
And they're the ones that wanted this movie.
Well, they're the ones that produced it
Well,
bought the rights to the Godfather novel. Mm-hmm. So there is reason for them to make it, but they still want to make their own casting choices.
Yeah.
But this is still the 1970s, where the director still had more pull than the producers. That all changed after a couple of film bombs from a couple of directors, but that's the
A couple Paranormal Activities, a couple...
No. It actually, the guy who directed The Deer Hunter was responsible for that, but yeah, trust me. And then they also didn't like the fact that Al Pacino was going to be playing Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
What they wanted was James Caan, who plays Sonny Corleone in the movie. They wanted him to be Michael.
Oh, shit.
But there's a lot of irony, because the guy, Sonny Corleone, the guy, James Caan, he's actually not Italian at all. So he's playing Vito Corleone's son. So it's just one of those early signs of whitewashing, where, okay, we want James Caan, this white bread actor.
Let's get Tom Cruise to play the last samurai.
Yeah, exactly. It goes without saying that this was an issue early on, because authenticity goes a long way, especially when you make a movie in tribute to organized crime. You can't be the general rule is that you can't be a made man in organized crime if you're not full-blooded Italian. So
That's the thing.
So James Caan was
Only makes sense.
so James Caan is already fucking up in terms of at a theatrical standpoint, with being just a Sonny Corleone. So filming's underway now, and now there's a bunch of issues going on. So the mafia wanted real Italian Americans a lot more within the film, and like you mentioned earlier, this is one of those times where it's art imitating life, to where actual mafia type of things are going on during the production, during shooting. And even in the first scene of The Godfather, where they're having a big party, there's a lot of people within organized crime within those scenes.
Just in there, yeah.
Yeah. And even Francis Ford Coppola tried to poke fun at the whole Marlon Brando issue when in in the beginning scene of The Godfather, a hotshot Italian singer, kind of like resembles the Dean Martin of the day, wanted to be in a movie. So he asked Vito Corleone on the day of his daughter's wedding, as as the rule goes, a Don isn't going to deny a favor on the day of his daughter's wedding. He won't. So the guy asked, well, look, ask the producers to put me in this film. And so then he gets, Vito Corleone gets Robert Duvall's character, who's a lawyer within the Corleone family. He gets him to try to persuade the producer to get this guy in the film. Okay. And the guy kind of says the same things along the line of what the producer of Paramount says, like, this guy isn't going to be in this film no matter what. And that's when the producer finds the horse's head inside his bed all cut off because his prized $600,000 horse. Soundline number 2, you want to do me a favor and get the name of Robert Duvall's character in The Godfather. I know he plays the lawyer, which he was really damn good actor in that one as well. They
if he's damn good, he must be Van Damme.
From Marlon Brando's iconic performance to Al Pacino and James Caan's display of emotion and turmoil, and Robert Duvall's character, Robert Duvall's excellent delivery on some lines as the lawyer to the Corleone family, Tom Hagen. This movie ended up being a blockbuster. We're talking a $6 million budget with over $245 million in overall gross. So this movie is paying you over more than 100%, more than
right 10 times over. Right there, there's a part 2, there's a part 3 right there. That's
exactly.
Without question.
So my brother used to watch these movies a lot. And this is a time, a place where I wasn't really trying to go on the similar lines of what my brother was watching. I was on my own thing. But I kind of kick myself in the butt now because these movies are excellent. Yeah. When I recently watched the first 1 and 2 in its entirety, and these movies are excellent. Like, you could see where a lot of homages are done to The Godfather with scenes of a lot of intensity with low lighting. They even said in one scene of The Godfather, one of the producers complained that it was so low lit. The guy said, like, offhandedly, he's like, what was the lighting in there? A match? But the thing is that scene,
tone. It would set a tone.
Oh yeah, dude.
Exactly, and you could see a lot of shots are done in homage to The Godfather, and keep in mind this movie is over 3 hours long,
without a doubt.
I remember I had the VHS tapes.
Yeah, this is under 2 hours and 58 minutes, 177 minutes. And when you watch this movie, it feels like it passes so quick because of the excellent directing, the excellent pacing of this movie. Even in Godfather 2, like Godfather 2 could have been separated in 2 different films because it's an hour and a half is dedicated to Vito Corleone's early life, which is portrayed by Robert De Niro, and another half is still in the timeline of the Corleone family past when Michael becomes the Don. And man, I could tell you, man, I can literally speak volumes about this movie and these 2 movies in general, and reason being, and like you mentioned about the third one, I don't really think that the third one you can hold that in timeline because it's kind of like how Indiana Jones was done 20 years later.
Yeah.
From The Last Crusade to the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
It's like the newest one is just so much better than the other ones that you can't even put it, right? That's what you're going for?
Let's put it.
Once you have a Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, taking the helm as Indy's son.
Then
But with Godfather 3, you can honestly say that this has to be, you have to consider it its own separate entity, because these Godfather 1 and 2 were made in 1972 and 74 respectively.
Shit.
And
I was like 15 back then.
You were?
16.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. And a half. So you still had to go get parents' permission.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, back then...
This is even a time where rated R wasn't really rated R. I mean, you still had, it was like one of those controversial, like, oh shit, this is rated R. That means shit's going down. Because 80s PG is an RPG today.
Oh, yeah.
You know? They showed her leg. Rated R.
Rated X.
Rated X.
You can even see some Easter eggs within in tribute to The Godfather when you have Grand Theft Auto 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Remember Grand Theft Auto 3? You had Salvatore Leone.
Mm-hmm.
Salvatore Leone's a direct ripoff of Vito Corleone. He looks like a PlayStation 2 version of him.
Those GTA walks are great.
I'm gonna make you a made man, and
those missions are cool.
oh yeah, and and it's funny how I remember I was so shocked to learn that Salvatore Leone was gonna betray me in Grand Theft Auto 3. I was like, well, that's how all Dons do it, right? If you guys haven't seen these movies, or if you guys haven't seen them recently, I suggest you do. Because
just bought them again. Like,
did you really?
Yeah, on VHS. It's like a box set about this big.
Dude,
but yeah, I recently just found them on VHS, so I'm kind of actually stoked to watch it.
When I was little, we had the box set of The Godfather, but we also had the best of Godfather.
The best of the clips.
Yeah, from WWF.
Oh,
so I watched that, and I didn't even get to watching the movies at all.
Stupid.
No, we didn't have a best of Godfather, but we didn't have cable, so it was wrestling tapes or The Godfather. The Godfather, I threw it in once and tried to watch it. Super boring to me when I was 8 years old.
Yeah,
exactly.
7 years old. So I watched
you don't
wrestling.
understand cinema till you're at least maybe in your like late teens. You start picking up on it.
Dude, when I was like 15, 16, that's when I started like paying attention.
Yeah. When I saw Clerks 1, that's what kind of started making me think like, oh shit. And then like I went to Best Buy and they had it for $5. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this movie. And then I looked over and they had The Omen. So I bought both those for $5 each, and then that's when my love for cinema started.
My love for watching movies and stuff like that ended up starting after high school. I saw City of God. Dude, City of God.
Is that a movie about Brazil?
Yeah. But it's still like that movie. If that movie was made in American translation, but still with the same shots, but made in modern day America, it would be another version of Kids.
Yeah.
But a lot more intense.
Kids fucked me up when I watched it.
And so after that, when I was from 18 to later on, I was in the same boat as you because I didn't really want to watch the shit my brother was watching, my older brother. And he would watch The Godfather and Godfather 1 and 2 constantly. I'm like, Jesus, like, get out of there. Because these movies are 3 hours apart.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to set you back a quarter of
What
the
are
day.
you doing today? Godfather 1?
Godfather 1 and chill and go to bed. Godfather 1, Godfather 2, and then I'm going to go back to bed.
That's basically like The Lord of the Rings now.
Yeah.
Like, you have to set a whole fucking day to watch that.
Yeah, to even do a marathon or something. Or even watch when Peter Jackson adds another 40 minutes to the 3 hour... To the 3 hour mark limit.
How long has Peter Jackson been skinny?
Yeah,
because on the Universal tour, like they had a clip of him on there. I was like, "Who's that?" It was like, "No way, that's Peter Jackson."
Yeah, when he thinned up.
Yeah. It was after King Kong, no?
Yeah, for the King Kong experience. So like, going back to my point is that after you understand a little bit of what organized crime is, understand what good movies are, play Grand Theft Auto 3 and get betrayed by Salvatore Leone, you then understand the intricacies of The Godfather 1 and 2. And it's crazy how quick the second one comes in succession to the first one. Because back in the day, sequels... It was like another 5 years for the sequels to come out. But this one was two years later.
It's too successful, dude.
It's exactly like how The Matrix was, where The Matrix, after a year and then another year, the sequel comes out.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're remaking The Matrix.
Yeah, they're going to do a reboot of that.
That's going to be
pitiful.
sketch.
But
Kill Bill 1 and 2 came out 6 months apart.
Yeah.
How did that work for the box office on those two?
I have no idea.
Because you would imagine, 3 months in the box office, then the VHS release comes out later than that.
That's true, huh? Yeah,
So right when it comes out on DVD, the
VHS?
second one comes out.
I really wasn't paying attention to numbers back then. I didn't know how to tell time or anything. It was
So you guys have you guys seen any of Marlon Brando's or like James Caan's, Pacino's, Robert Duvall's movies?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
What, like fucking Bullet? That movie's a classic.
James Caan
dude.
in Honeymoon in Vegas
James
with
Caan
Nicolas
and
Coppola, aka Nicolas Cage.
James Caan and Wrath of Khan, dude.
What's that fucking What's that fucking movie with the fucking animals where people are turning into animals?
Where people are turning into
the-
Pinocchio.
Oh, The Jungle Book.
Doctor something.
Dr. Dolittle?
Dr. Monroe or what's
The
Island
Island
of
of Dr. Monroe.
Yeah.
The Island of Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marlon Brando is fucking ridiculous. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Like, he's a
nuts.
fucking psychopath. Have you seen the? I can't remember. There's just the fucking director that was supposed to do that. He got there's a documentary about the whole fucking thing. Have you seen this? I can't remember what
Of
it's
the
called.
documentary of the Isle of Dr. Monroe.
Yeah, pretty much. So they're it's kind of fucking hard to explain. But yeah, the director was supposed to do it or whatever. They kicked him off, and he stayed on the island that they were on, and he was just like in hiding.
Yeah, he was staying there the whole time.
Right. Yeah. And so and then they had Marlon Brando there. They were so stoked that they had him in the fucking movie or whatever. But then he just didn't want to do anything that they wanted to do. He's like, I'm just gonna paint myself all white, all right, and just like shit like that. And it's like, what the hell were you doing? He was a psychopath, not a psychopath, but he was a lunatic.
Yeah. But that's the range that Marlon Brando
Yeah,
has.
I mean that's his art, I guess. But
See, if you ever check him out in A Streetcar Named Desire,
I haven't seen that one.
He knocks it out of the park.
What's the
Yeah, I
war
haven't
one,
seen
dude?
Huh?
What's the war one?
Apocalypse
Now.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now. My brother, he's obsessed with that movie because he
movie's
just bought it on
crazy.
Blu-ray, and I haven't seen that movie, but he keeps getting me to try to watch it, but I haven't had the time to watch
It's
it.
a long movie too. It's
But
fucking good though.
I was sitting down watching
shit.
it, dude, and it's fucking crazy.
One of these days, I'm gonna have to go and dive into war epics
Oh yeah.
and actually look at them all because I'm more going into the Saving Private Ryan. I'm a Saving Private Ryan guy.
That's a
That's
great
my
movie.
war.
That's
That's
awesome,
my
dude.
war flick. But I've heard people speak volumes about Platoon, Apocalypse Now,
Black Hawk
Full Metal
Down is
Jacket.
awesome.
I actually saw it myself.
Full Metal Jacket's great. Black Hawk Down is awesome.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
That movie Fury. That
Oh, dude,
recent one?
Fury is awesome too.
Awesome, dude.
I haven't
Holy
seen that one.
shit.
We were
And Glorious
talking about that the other
Bastards.
The
Was that a war movie?
which one? Inglorious Bastards.
a movie
That's based
about-
on a true story. Sci-fi fantasy.
Sci-fi fantasy.
How about you stop that right now?
The
Apocalypse Now though, gnarly. Those explosions are.
the Joe Flow 82 with the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, there it is.
So, what I really want to get to, because we're discussing these movies, is that it's just insane about how we don't think that the idea that these movies weren't going to be made
It's crazy.
shocks me.
Yeah.
Of how we were super close to not having these iconic films, and with the low budget that this movie had, $6 million in 1972, Paramount was giving 15 to $20 million per movie to be made. That was their average budget.
shit.
So in Paramount back in the day was giving out a lot of money.
It's a
You're
huge
talking
cut,
Superman. They had a lot of movies down on the way, and so they had a budget to back it up.
$6 million is a huge cut.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and that's
To produce something like that,
Yeah.
the end result with that, it's like. Whew.
and you can definitely look at the Godfather movie and wonder, wow, $6 million was spread out on that one movie. That's amazing.
Some people, if they want it bad enough, dude, they'll make it work.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And trust me, when I was
Nobody ate on that movie. Watch.
when I was watching the documentary when they were talking about the making of The Godfather 1 and 2, there's just tons of footage of Coppola like holding his head, just trying to has a bunch of scripts and rewrites. He's talking to Diane Keaton, he's talking to Al Pacino and Brando, and he's just trying to convey ideas on this is how Vito's supposed to be, or Michael, this is a point in your time where you're shocked that this has happened. You need dude, there's tons of evidence to support that Francis Ford Coppola really just put it all on the line for these films.
I believe it.
And
You could tell when there's just like a movie that good, you could tell there's like there was some serious effort, there was some serious thought put into it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's there's some that's my man right there, Scorsese.
I even feel like there's some scenes in this movie where you don't expect anything to happen to some of the characters. It's like The Outsiders. Watching The Outsiders, you're like, oh, okay, a few of these guys are gonna live and stuff, and then you realize Dally passes away, Ponyboy dies, and you're like,
spoilers, dude.
And so within this movie, you see this whole branch of organized crime, and then you see it dwindle down by almost half within the movie, because at this point in life, Vito Corleone gets there was an assassination attempt on Vito Corleone.
Yeah.
And this pisses Michael off. This pisses Sonny off. They're his sons. And Sonny Corleone, played by James Caan, was just a lightning bolt. He's like, what the fuck? Like, we got to do something about this now. And the Michael Corleone was being all chill, trying to find a right way to get things done. And hot-headed Sonny ended up leaving the Corleone compound. He's at the checkpoint. And then he realizes, like, hey, who the fuck's at the checkpoint? And all of a sudden, all these two cars pull up with Tommy guns, and they just light his car up. Yeah. And, dude, this looks super gruesome, because James Caan has all these blood packets, squibs. He has a bunch of squibs on him. And, dude, they are literally all over his body. And they just blow up, and then you just see him get lit up. And at the end, they get him right in the dome.
Does he do the overacting that Denzel Washington does in Training Day?
No. When he actually goes out, he goes out. But, dude, James Caan, like, I didn't have much respect for him as an actor.
Menace to Society, that did was too much.
James Caan?
No.
James Caan in Menace to Society? Yeah, when he was with the...
No, you were just talking about the overacting when he got shot. That fucking main dude, he gets, like, the part where I guess he's riding with his cousin, right? And they're going to the liquor store or something stupid, and then those guys pull up on him to steal his car.
Yeah.
And the guy says, "Get out the car, homie. I'm not going out like that." And he starts pulling his gun out.
Yeah.
And then that dude gets shot up, all crazy, and then it looks scary, dude. Like the way he's laying on the floor.
Yeah.
It just looks terrifying. But then you see the other guy that he told him to get out of the car, and he got shot too, and overreacting like crazy. It's too much, dude.
Dude, Menace to Society, those movies were my Godfather, dude.
Yeah, it's the Hoodfather.
Hoodfather.
Yeah. There's even one point within the making of the Godfather movies where the producers wanted James Caan to play Michael and they wanted Pacino to play Sonny. They wanted to just do a little switch. They felt that James Caan was a more experienced actor instead of an untested Al Pacino. It was one of his first roles.
Oh, Al Pacino.
Yes. Ooh. So the thing that sold...
Before that, he was Cappuccino.
The thing that sold Coppola on actually going forward with Al Pacino was the scene where a police officer actually breaks the jaw of Al Pacino.
Yeah.
And he actually comes back to the family and says, "You know what? I gotta kill this cop. I actually gotta take care of him." And he arranges a date where the cop and another person within organized crime would actually meet him at a restaurant. But what they both didn't know is that they would hide a gun within the back part of a restroom. So what ends up happening is that they end up searching Michael. And they don't know, okay, he doesn't have a weapon, he's good. So he goes to the restroom, comes back with the gun, and ends up shooting both of them in the face.
It's a badass scene.
Coppola said that.
Super badass.
Coppola said that he played that with so much accuracy in the test reads that was his role from that point.
That was it. It's
so
over.
It just goes to show you for aspiring actors out there that it could, whenever you do a read for a producer or director,
just go for it.
Yeah, go for it. And there's tons of...
I'm sure that backfires too when you think you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
And they just go in there yelling and shit like that. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I know when you're overdoing it.
Yeah.
Just like,
and you think you're killing it. They're like,
well, apparently when you go in for a read, they immediately know whether or not they're going to take you. They're just like, nope, not this guy.
Just by the look?
Just by the look.
Yeah. I've heard that a lot. And I had
I've heard that most of the time the role's already taken and they're just fucking pissing in the wind.
The way that my friend mentioned it to me, and he's an aspiring actor, he was telling me that every time he did a read, that it was the same thing. It was just, okay, we'll give you a call. Or he would even mention, he's like, it never hurts to say, do you want me to read it a different way? You know, do you want to second chance it?
Yeah.
There's always an option to do a second chance if, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if
it
already looks like it's a no-go, might as well.
Yeah, shoot for the stars. Might as well.
Or take a dump on the floor and bounce.
That's Bobby Lee's go-to.
The Godfather was nominated for, I would say, I think it said, check how many, Soundland number 2, check how many it was nominated, how many it won, because I was thinking more along the lines of 9 nominations. I know 12 nominations and it won 9 of them.
Shit.
Yeah, so this swept the Oscars.
Oh shit, we just pulled it up right here.
6 milli?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
So
16, 17?
it won an Academy Award for Best Picture, 73, Best Actor, Marlon Brando, Best Writing, Best Writing Adapted Screenplay for Mario Puzo and Francis Ford Coppola, and so it actually won 3 Academy Awards in 73.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 73?
And it's funny too because the second one actually got Best Picture again. So this is the first Godfather 1 and 2 are one of the only few sequels that actually share a Best Picture.
Oh shit!
There's 14. There's 14 for 1973, and there's also like 2 or 3 for 1972, which is probably.
Yeah, it just depends when the National Society of Film Critics Award was probably held in 72, but the ceremony's in 73.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and count those in. So fucking that's insane, dude.
That's crazy.
And even I remember when I remember 2 instances where when a DVD was released, people went nuts for. I remember the first time I actually witnessed someone go nuts for a DVD being released.
Austin Powers trilogy.
Was when America actually was able to get Scarface on DVD.
Oh shit!
When Scarface on DVD came out, everyone went crazy because it's the first time it was actually released on it. And the next thing is when the Godfather box set came out on DVD. My brother had it, and it's all separated in different pieces now because some of the slip covers go here, go there. Basically, doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
But that's another one of those instances where movies are that impactful that people will give a damn to buy it from VHS to DVD. Even you recently bought it on VHS.
There's a few movies that I have on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. and if the next format, I'll fucking buy it on that too.
Yeah.
String cheese.
Back to the Future with me. I do the same thing.
Same.
The Godfather 1 and 2, guys, I can't stress enough. Great films. And one thing I want to mention on this podcast, it's actually embarrassing for me to not have watched these earlier.
Yeah.
Like in my earlier, not like when I was a kid, but like when I'm in like out of my early 20s.
But
you
gotta,
it's crazy.
I mean, you gotta understand, like your love for movies is barely starting. You know what I mean? And then there's so much to catch up on, dude. You know what I mean? I'm still catching up. I'm still catching movies from 75 or something, and it's like, why haven't I seen this? You know what I mean? Or why aren't and it's like, why aren't people talking about this more?
Yeah.
Like as for like mobster gangster type movies, would you consider these your favorite, or is there other ones?
It's the best movie.
What else,
the best
what else
series
would you
of
consider?
Of what, like organized crime movies?
Yeah.
I'd want to say, I think these would be it. These are the telltale.
Goodfellas for me, dude.
Goodfellas, yeah.
I fucking love me some Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
I know a lot of people pick Casino over it, but I'm a big Scorsese fan.
Pick what?
Casino.
Casino. A lot of people pick Casino over like Goodfellas.
I've seen Goodfellas way more than I've seen Casino.
So I do.
And I've
Casino's
seen
good though.
I've seen The Departed way more than both of those.
You throw in the Ray Liotta, I think, for me,
Dude, Ray Liotta, when he's in Goodfellas, when he's coked out of his mind and freaking out, that looks the most legit.
He was really coked out.
He looked fucked up.
Yeah.
Looking at the fucking.
It's crazy how all three of those movies, The Godfather, Godfather 2, and Goodfellas. Goodfellas was nominated for Best Picture when it was released in 1990. And surprisingly enough, I don't know why, but Godfather 3 was actually nominated for Best Picture as well. And it was in 1990 when it was released.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just the name, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Just right.
Namesake.
Yeah.
Scorsese, though. Check him out.
Godfather 2 is probably best sequel of all time. And I say
What
that
about-
I
what
say
about-
that thinking I say that now, but I used to be a strong advocate for saying Empire Strikes Back was the greatest sequel of all time.
I'm tired of hearing about Star Wars.
You gotta watch Star Wars. That's you.
That's seriously one of those, how you said, when you watched it and you're like, fuck, how did I miss the boat this many years?
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm going to feel when I watch Star Wars.
Well, I have it on Laserdisc, so you can check them out.
I barely saw all the Star Wars, like all the Star Wars.
Yeah, the first three you're all right with. The first three, and then the
Star
Force
Wars right
Awakens. You'll be all right.
I saw them all before the Force Awakens came out. I was like, all right, time to catch up. Just start crack my fingers and grab a bag of Cheetos. Let's do this.
So it's crazy because you guys are all in witness to my opinion now. I think The Godfather 2 is the greatest sequel.
Cool. Ever?
The greatest sequel to me.
I think Alvin and the Chipmunks is Squeakle.
Squeakle.
We've
You're
talked
counting
about
out
this.
the Squeakle?
Huh?
The Squeakle.
No.
All
I'm not going to contribute to your guys' asinine comments.
Well,
Hey, man.
all right, dude. Whatever.
Cinema savants, and then you guys talk about the fucking Squeakle.
Well, you said Godfather 2 was the best sequel
Who the hell
ever.
do you think you have on your show right now, man? Like,
How do you guys?
Thanks for inviting me, by the way.
yeah.
Nah. Well, I mean, it
Chastise me
takes.
for
You know
this
that song?
bullshit.
It takes two
Well,
to
there's
make a
three,
dream come true.
there's three of us.
It takes
so.
two, but we got a third wheel here. That's
Fuck
fucking
you.
dead as the flat ass third wheel.
Never loan money to a guy who cries at the end of Scarface. Oh, that's good.
They're remaking Scarface with Leo, right?
Huh?
No, I don't think Leo.
Nah,
From what I heard, I
No
don't think
way.
Leo's behind it anymore.
Man, shut up.
Double check that. Sound
that's
lad.
fucking weird.
Because that would be
that was the first I heard about it.
well, because Leo's from L.A. and I heard that this Scarface movie is gonna be based in L.A. I don't know.
It's gonna be Vice City, dude.
How dare you? Oh yeah, they are.
Leo
Cool.
and Sofia Vergara
Ooh.
set to a Scarface movie.
That's gonna be cool.
Scarface
Ooh.
remake starring Leo and Sofia Vergara.
Vergara?
Ooh.
Vergara.
Yeah, Vergara.
Stop saying it like that.
Yeah, you should hear him when he says Naomi. He goes
Noemi.
Noemi.
I don't know. I was just retarded the other
No,
day. And I just couldn't
oh.
say. So Snopes.
Sofia Vergara is she's a little piece of heaven. God bless her.
She's that type of hot that's too hot to where it's unattractive.
Where it makes you mad.
Yeah. Oh no, it just makes.
To where it's unattractive.
Yeah, where it's like unattainable. So,
So it's like,
unobtainable.
she's ugly.
Everything's
you got,
attainable.
you get that bitterness to you. I don't like it. Fuck her.
So that sort of deal.
Never hurts to ask. You know what I'm saying?
You think Leo will play a good fucking...
Dude,
I got a
Scarface?
conspiracy theory
He
for
was
you.
good in The Revenant. Whoa, what do you have?
A conspiracy theory for you.
Yeah.
Ah. What's up?
It involves cinema and wrestling.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Shout out to The Godfather. That was pretty cool. I haven't seen it yet. I'll check it out.
Yeah, you should.
Now
Apparently,
VHS.
I have it on. I don't know. I have it on Laserdisc actually.
he's like, got the box.
I have it.
set on
I have it.
Laserdisc.
I watched it live in Torrance, California.
Ooh.
South
Surf
Central.
on over to Torrance, California, ladies and gentlemen. You can enjoy
South
every
Central Torrance.
and any movie
I have the audio
available.
on tape.
Thanks for fucking getting in my promo, you guys. So, the WWE has their own film company, right? Mm-hmm. They make movies like Oculus. They make movies like The Marine.
that
1
Kane
through,
movie, what was
1
that?
through 7. See No Evil.
See No
starring
Evil,
Glenn
yeah.
Jacobs.
Condemned?
Formerly.
Wasn't that one? Stone
What's his
Cold?
name?
Kane.
No, the other
Glenn
one.
Jacobs. Oh, Ivan Yankum.
Isaac.
Yeah,
Dr.
Isaac Yankum. He used to play a dentist. They called
Apparently,
Isaac Yankum.
WWE makes these movies so their wrestlers can get SAG insurance. Is that true?
From
What the fuck?
the only
Screen Actors Guild insurance.
yeah, so they can actually get a
Yeah.
form of insurance.
It's crazy.
That's just what.
So
I
some of them are protected. If you do a film, you technically are
they're made.
insured.
They're made.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term.
It's the same reason why John Cena doesn't get tested for human growth hormone because he's an
Well,
employee. Because he's an employee of WWE Studios. He's not an employee.
He's
of
not
Walmart.
tested because they can't see him. They can't find him.
Yeah, they still have trouble. They still have trouble.
That's
actually
not true.
looking.
That's bullshit. You're
You don't
working
think so?
Me. You're working me, bro.
Does John Cena look like he does that shit natural? Does that look like
Yeah,
natural?
he's natty, bro. He's natural.
You're telling me that John Cena is a natural? Those biceps are natural?
Hey man,
You telling me that perfect physique is all natural?
you think that overly perfect physique? It's all about hustle, loyalty, and respect, dude. Once you get that, the body
Hulk-
comes
yeah,
later.
And Hulk Hogan was saying his prayers and eating his vitamins.
Who? Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk
That
Hogan?
leather piece of shit.
The skin of a hot dog, you know.
The Chinese haired skin of a hot dog.
So you guys like let's go into this because let's talk about random conversations here. We're bringing up for those
Ladies
barely
and gentlemen,
tuning in.
welcome to the GT podcast portion of the Mark and Andre show, where we say any and everything that comes to mind.
Listening to the Mark and Andre show. You guys are also watching the Mark and Andre show here on.
Can we bring Andre in?
Not yet. I don't know.
Not yet, Andre.
He's out to still wait. And so you guys mentioned Martin Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of his
Scorsese.
a couple of his films.
All of his films? Have you guys seen Donnie Brasco?
Yeah.
I haven't actually.
Johnny Depp.
I haven't seen it.
Johnny Depp and Pacino.
You got me there, yo.
Yeah.
That's a shout out, Nugs. That's a good one. It's
Interesting.
Johnny Depp is like an undercover homie.
Yeah.
It's gnarly, dude. No spoilers, but it's good shit.
The So tell me what with me I do enjoy Martin Scorsese a lot, and with actually Andre ended up showing up here. Martin Scorsese, when he teams up with Leonardo DiCaprio, both of those
Gold.
guys.
Except Shutter Island, you guys can go.
Oh, Shutter Island was tight.
off with that.
Shutter
Okay.
Island was tight.
Sorry.
That was a good spicy meatball.
It was a good spicy meatball, but I mean you're comparing it to
No, not like The Aviator. The Aviator's a fucking classic.
yeah.
He should have won. He should have won best. He won a Golden Globe for best actor, but I don't know why people shit on the Golden Globe, because the Golden Globe, getting a Golden Globe is the equal respect as an Oscar. I mean,
Yeah. Or
best-
if you're into getting participation trophies.
True.
The best Scorsese movie to me.
Yeah.
Oh shit. One of his newer ones, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Still haven't seen it.
I fucking love that movie to no end, dude. It's so fucking good. I think
It's a good movie.
I that shit blew me away. Like I saw it like toward the end of its theatrical situation.
Theatrical run, yeah.
Yeah, and I was same thing. How you were saying you were mad that you hadn't seen The Godfather in your earlier 20s.
Yeah.
Like I was mad that I waited a month. Like, man, why didn't I see this earlier?
Yeah.
It's a damn good movie, dude. It's just insanely good.
It is.
This guy has the track record of a gazelle.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
No, but I'm a big fucking Scorsese fan. Like he's just,
Yeah, dude.
he just kills it, dude.
It's hard too because it's hard to compare his version of The Departed to the Japanese version. I think it was either Japanese or Chinese version of The Departed that they did before.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, well, because The Departed isn't an original idea; it's actually an adaptation from.
Well, like I mean, there's a lot of shit like that.
No, but
Or
this
it
is
comes
a
from
direct.
book or
It's a
something.
direct. It's a direct.
Okay.
From film, but he still did a damn good job. Like the ensemble cast, on top of having it in a setting where we're not really used to. Because when we think of organized crime, we think of Los Angeles. We think of New York.
It's up to the director
Chicago.
Yeah.
whether you're doing basically the same thing over and over again. It's up to the director. I mean, the casting choices. You know what I mean? It's like for example with Old Boy, the original is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
And then
The Spike Lee version was crap.
yeah, and it's like it's basically the same movie, but
Made me hate Josh Brolin.
which sucks just because Josh Brolin is the man.
Yeah.
And it just sucks because it's like it's basically the same movie, but something about it just didn't feel right.
What do you guys think about the sort of cheesy organized crime movies like Deuces Wild or not necessarily Deuces Wild, but like 3,000 Miles to Graceland?
Like more silly,
more of those sort of.
When you have a precedent set to what The Godfather actually.
Well, I'm not comparing the two.
Well, no. This is the thing is that you have that idea. Well, we already have the perfect mob movie, and everything else to it is just secondary. So you have a high scale already at the end, like the movie Tombstone. The movie Tombstone's a great Western flick for our time, for the 90s.
Great, yeah.
And
But you watch.
we know that the movies like Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood, or even a few of his other westerns, they don't hold a candle to Unforgiven. I mean, Tombstone doesn't hold a candle to those. Those are just way better. The precedent that movies like Goodfellas, The Godfather, set on, I wouldn't say half-assed.
Hey, man.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say they just have a hard. They just have to get out of the shadow.
It's a hard
They
sell.
just have to get out of the biggest shadow being set
it's
on their genre of cinema.
It's kind of tough,
Right?
You know, yeah.
And
But, like, I never seen The Godfather at that point. So movies like that, I took them for what it was. It was just entertaining, fucking
yeah,
leave your brain at the door type movies.
Van Damme movies, exactly. I know, exploded.
That's the best.
Let's even go with.
What happened? You kicked Andre off the show with that?
Let's even talk about
himself off.
more of Scorsese's joints.
Absolutely.
Well,
know,
here was something I wanted to bring up, and I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but he's coming out with a movie.
You just
Yeah, direct. That's getting shot directly to Netflix.
which is fucking awesome.
Well, here, let's. This article from the fine people at Huffington Post sent us.
Yeah.
It says Netflix has acquired its most prestigious title yet, a Martin Scorsese movie, The Irishman, name of the movie.
Oh shit.
A $100 million gangster flick starring Robert De Niro was initially set up at Paramount, which released Scorsese's previous film Silence, which one you talked about, right?
Yeah.
But with 12-year Paramount chief Brad Gray leaving the studio after a financially spotty 2016, Scorsese and his team opted to package the movie elsewhere.
So it's quoted in saying Scorsese's movie is a risky ideal, and Paramount is not in the
Oh, okay.
is not in the position to take risks.
Yeah, it's a risky deal. It's not in a position to take.
This way, we can make the project he wants. So Paramount wants out, and I'm as shocked as you are with your reaction.
The track record of
how is Scorsese a risk?
Piece of shit.
It's like,
Besides Silence is an acquired. Yeah, that's an acquired taste.
That's why.
That's an acquired. No, it shouldn't even be the last one to do it. But Silence it's a different. It's not his brand of movie. Mm-hmm. This isn't Scorsese doing a biopic on somebody.
when he's doing a gangster movie, it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's his.
That's bread and butter.
Yeah, exactly.
Jinx.
That's my bread and butter you're fucking with.
Jinx, you owe me a kiss.
The Irishman's gonna have De Niro
That's
in it,
crazy.
and then he's
No,
also gonna
well,
and Pacino. Yeah,
As well as a slew of other actors. Let me see.
Pacino, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci is not gonna be in it.
Yeah, Joe Pesci's in it.
Joe
Yeah.
Pesci himself, dude.
Well, the director wanted to get him out of retirement, so it's always up to De Niro to get Pesci out of retirement.
I forget which movie that they were trying to get him in, and he was just like, "I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing your fucking movie."
Here we go. Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Harvey Keitel, dude.
God damn, dude. They're bringing out all
Because
the
Pacino's going to be playing Jimmy Hoffa.
They're bringing out all the heavy hitters,
And-
huh?
Dude,
Frank the Irishman Sharon is one of the alleged guys that actually killed or was with Jimmy Hoffa on his last day when he went missing.
really?
Yeah. The Jimmy Hoffa story is crazy because we're still trying to find him. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Nice. Great
Yeah, but how are you gonna? All right. They're saying Scorsese's new movie is a risk. Okay, what's the movie about? It's a gangster film.
Well,
okay,
yeah.
who's in it? Okay, how is that still like
Yeah.
I think that's Paramount trying to get out of.
Paramount? This, homie.
Yeah, like Paramount's trying to avoid. I don't know. This just they don't want to take another risk like that. But
That's wisdom.
that's on Paramount. That's their loss now.
That's their prerogative.
Because the stars are aligning for a good movie to happen. Mm-hmm. Not like the movie that Pacino and De Niro were in. I think it was called Righteous Kill or
Oh yeah.
like that one where they joined up again and it was shit. It
Was
like
Gangster Squad tight? I still haven't seen that.
Gangster
I'm not
Squad?
saying. I'm not saying that was.
I thought it was good, but it was like more silly too. Like it was.
You need the man at the helm to make those kind of movies.
Yeah.
Shout out to Netflix though, because they're fucking killing.
I wonder if they're
it.
gonna get like big younger dudes too. You know.
Yeah.
The fucking the Zach Braffs and stuff.
Well,
you know what?
What's his name?
You know what I'm saying though. Like fucking.
If he's in the right spot in the right movie, what's his name can kill it. The guy from The Notebook,
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling,
Yeah, that's
Guy's
my
a
He
beast.
killed it in La La Land, I heard.
that's my boyfriend.
And then fucking what's
Drive was tight too. I
Drive
recently
was
did a
sick.
podcast with
okay,
a guy about a guy reviews Ryan Gosling movies. He fanboys over him.
That's his gimmick.
Nice.
And we talked about Drive, and then we talked about Man Crushes. So
Oh.
It's crazy.
Gosling kills it, dude.
Yeah, he does. He's a great actor.
What's the
Place Beyond the Pines.
Place Beyond the Pines, dude.
Fucking sick.
Woo! Everybody on the fucking ground. That squeak that he does. Yeah. Oh, dude, that fucking got my heart going, dude. That was a good ass movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm just wondering like if they're gonna try to pull any, any Eddie Furlongs or whatever, whoever it might be.
Edward Furlong. The last time I actually heard Edward Furlong's name was Edward Furlong is always like there's the word that follows Edward Furlong now is arrested, found, or
accused of.
Yeah, accused of.
That's sad, dude. Because I had high hopes for him. Because all right, T2, he's a shitty actor. He's a kid, but it works. It just fucking works for some reason. And then I see him in
American History X.
Well, Detroit Rock City. Oh, that was after, huh?
Yeah.
Detroit Rock City was tight.
Yeah. So American History X and Detroit Rock City, fucking love those movies. And then you have high hopes for him, but then it's just like
and he doesn't return for T3, which he was supposed to.
Was he really?
Yeah. But it was just let's just say
he was fat.
No, he just let's just say that it wasn't ideal. At the time where they
drugged out.
Universal wanted a.
He was letting lobsters free. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, he was in a PETA protest. He goes to a grocery store. What? And Edward Furlong is like, "You free my little crabs. Get out of this habitat and lay on the fucking floor, miles away from beach."
Beach.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like it's just one of those crazy PETA things.
Terminator 3 premiere party. I was there. Shared the catering line with Joe Millionaire. Just throwing that out there.
Joe Millionaire.
Yeah. Remember from Fox when they had that show Joe Millionaire?
Remember that
you shared the cater. Oh, so he was catering with you?
Yeah. I was like, "This is some pretty good shrimp." He's like, "Hell yeah."
No, they were catering.
Yeah. We were
They
actually
were feeding
catering.
People. Wait, but that dude Joe Millionaire was there catering with you?
Yeah. No, we weren't catering. We were in the catering line.
Oh.
Yeah. This dude's.
Did you meet Arnold?
No, I didn't meet Arnold. But when I was, when did that come out? 2002.
Sounds right.
I would say that because it was I was in 10th grade when it came out. So.
I was about 12 years old when I went there.
Yeah.
And I was about as tall as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You were about as tall? Yeah, I heard he's short.
He's really short.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wouldn't think that.
And I bumped into Michelle Rodriguez.
Did you?
Guess who kept that in the spank bank for about 7 years?
You're just like.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, he still does it.
Nice.
He's a mess.
Talk about a righteous kill.
You
know what I'm talking about?
The thing I encourage you guys to do, and I'm gonna close off the Mark and Andre show tonight with just the advice of if you guys want to watch a nice lengthy film that actually watching it in its entirety doesn't feel like 3 hours.
Titanic.
The Godfather 1 and 2.
Feels like 3 hours when you have to change VHS out. The cassettes.
Yeah. And this guy is gonna have the VHS.
And then you have to put it in that race car rewinder.
Yeah, the convertible rewinder. But it's funny because the reason they actually make them with 2 tapes is they can actually fit more than
the quality.
Yeah, just for the quality.
Yeah,
That's it. That's why I have the big Laserdisc box set with Star Wars. Each movie has 6 sides to them, so 3 discs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
6 sides?
The 3 discs per movie, but with 6 sides.
Hey, dude, you ever getting rid of those? Let me know, dude. I want those.
No, never.
Yeah, you and no one else wants those.
Yeah, well.
Do you even have you have a Laserdisc?
No,
right?
I don't. That's one thing I don't have.
Why?
I don't know.
I haven't sold you one yet?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
I haven't sold them one yet. I haven't sold them one yet.
You have them on deck?
Huh?
You have them on deck?
Laserdisc? I have one in my car, but that's it.
You're fucking lying.
Yeah, dude, you don't have a portable Laserdisc player?
He carries them around, dude. He's not fucking around.
No, I have no because the reason I have them the reason I have all that crap in my car right now is because the next retro yard sale is like next week, so I don't want to take all the crap out.
You act like you're some sort of retronomicon.
Well, I try here and there. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another great episode of the Mark and Andre Show. I want to close off by saying, for those interested in listening and critiquing the intricacies of rap, feel free to subscribe to Andre's channel, Lyricology 101, where he breaks down rap music and various rap songs, and he actually gives you tips on how to become a better rapper. feel free to go to Lyricology 101. That's youtube.com/Andre Gaynor. Andre, wherever you are, call us.
He's missing. Gone missing.
We're going to put him on a milk carton next week if he's gone again.
If you're hanging out with Eddie Furlong, dude, just...
I know. If he's hanging out with Eddie Furlong...
both you guys safe, you know what
he better. I hope he's just the designated driver to Eddie Furlong.
Chocolate milk carton.
I want to thank my
it's better, dude.
my
Chocolate
esteemed
milk's
guests, Slick and Kraze for Days. And on behalf of them, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Mark and Andre Show. This has been a podcast you can't refuse. Episode 61.
Hey, wait. You want, before we go, you want to do like a quick scene from The Godfather before?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
Go run.
All right, you play.
He has to get ready. He's an artist.
You play
Vito?
You play Vito, and I'll be his gardener.
Okay. Get Vito up on the board, Mr. Luna. I mean, Sound Lad, excuse me. Get him up there, and I'll do my best Vito Corleone impression to where he's talking to his gardener.
1 second. Right here? This one?
No, the one you had on the original page. The original peg you had on the display.
Okay.
Is he nervous?
Yeah, he gets nervous.
I don't know what's going on, dude.
Whenever
Yeah,
he's
I
talking
heard
about
that before.
gangsters and such. All right.
Okay, so... Senor Rodrigo, come here for a second, please.
Okay.
You, in my backyard, you cut my petunias too short. Now, I don't wanna injure you, or I don't want my brothers injuring you either.
See, but you don't understand, senor. I had to cut them so they grow straight, because you have them on a angle, and they grow weird. And whoever you had working for you before, they were watering. It was no good. Oh, okay. But I'm gonna leave them real. Okay, I promise you, my friend.
Well, let me tell you one thing. If you cut them again, real, I'll make sure that your neck is really. We're clear on that, compadre.
I don't know what you say to me, gringo, but I'm gonna take it as a sign of disrespect. I'll call all my cousins Chewy, Chula, Spider.
How dare you disrespect me How dare you disrespect me the day of my daughter's quinceañera? Now pass me at the mall. Thank you guys for tuning into the Mark and Andre Show. That was a terrible rendition of Marlon Brando as Vito Corleone talking to his undocumented gardener. Thank you guys.
See you guys.